Hi, Assalamualaikum. Hi and hello. Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Endang Hyder. And hari ni Ena nak buat lagi video. Okay, tapi video kali ni I'm just going to show to you guys how to change the violin strings. Okay. Let's see if I need to cut the video or not. If there's any editing or not. Tapi definitely I'm going to show to you guys dekat-dekat macam mana nak ganti tali violin. Okay. Okay, I'm supposed to upload new songs. Dah a month lah. I have a lot of songs that I have in mind that I wanted to upload. But because my bridge Akila ni snap tadi D dengan A dia, so I have to wait for the strings untuk sampai and barulah boleh ganti. And it is my wish to buat satu video to show you guys how to change the strings, which is I kind of like. I'm waiting for this kind of content. Sebab sebelum ni Ina ada banyak dapat email, NDM and also banyaklah pertanyaan, cikgu macam mana nak, some of these are my students and also ada juga yang I used to teach them. So the question is that this is lockdown. Selalunya kadang-kadang is either the teacher change their strings. Sekejap. It's either the teacher change their strings ataupun they are going to send their violin to the shop and then the assistant of the shop dekat situ yang akan bantu untuk ganti the string. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys out there either tak familiar, tak tahu langsung ataupun just tak berani untuk tukar tali violin. Okay, nak kata senang. But I would also advise, kalau let's say kata you are a student that age around 12 ataupun tak confident lagi, try to find someone yang adult untuk help you to ganti the tali. Okay. Now I have here with me, I try to get this one strings and then I try to ask from my musician friends, ada yang daripada Germany, from Japan as well, if they know where I can get the strings. Sebab dekat Malaysia ada, tapi when I try to ask them, suddenly it's out of the stock. And I'm looking for this brand particular sebab it is stated dekat one of the website that this is kind of good strings. Okay, so I'm going to try it. It costs about 200 over. You have to check with the shop. Ada yang 200 lebih sikit lah, macam 210, ada yang 230. And okay, this is steel core. Helicore ni dia bawah dia ada low. Okay, so I'm trying to buy from the shop dekat sini just one string, and then suddenly my friend from German cakap, hey, I've got it for you. So lucky me, I've got rezeki untuk dapat 3 set of strings. So I'm going to use for my okay. So this is the, I've already opened it, and this is Helicore. Dia adalah okay, there's a set of it, there's a GDAE. Okay, now this is a steel core punya apa tu, strings. Okay, so for electric violin it is advisable and much more suitable for you to use the steel core, and ada banyak juga dekat luar sana brand lain, which is you can try. This is my second time trying this Helicore. I kind of like it. Just dia punya cons dia adalah tali A dia senang worn out, and dia senang putus juga. Usually tali E. Okay, so in this case, for this kind of string, from what I experienced from my last playing, dia punya tone is kind of bright. Okay, bright, and then dia punya management of the bowing is kind of much more easier. Okay, but again, everything still lagi depends on the player, how they control the bowing and everything. But for me, as far as I can see, it works for me for the first time berbanding dengan another brand. I'm not going to say about the brand because I still I'm still trying to solve the problem kenapa tadi tu snap within a very short time of range when I use that. So let's see if that is faulty from the factory ataupun it's me. Okay, back on the tips. When and why. When and why, yeah, something like that. When you need, okay, let me just share with you guys when you supposed to change your strings. Okay, untuk adik-adik kat luar sana, sebetulnya boleh je you tukar tali sendiri. So maybe you can get a few tips on how to change the strings now. Okay, pretty much the same. Kalau you use classical violin pun it's the same. Kalau let's say kata you use electric violin, still the same. Tak ada yang berbezanya cara untuk tukar. Okay, now I'm going to tell you guys bila, okay, when you need to change the strings. Okay, for me, I will change my strings every 6 to 8 months. That is for my classical violin. Tapi kalau for electric violin, let's say kalau tak ada performances and then I'm just using it for daily use, I'm going to change it every 4 to 5 months. Okay, 4 to 5 months, because one of the things why I do that is because I always do violin cover version and then kind of banyak practice juga. For classical punya violin, I don't have my classical violin with me here. Usually, if let's say sekarang I didn't do much performances with that classical violin, so I'll change either every 6 to 8 months. Okay, ataupun kalau let's say kata you practice banyak-banyak, definitely shorter time range lagi daripada 6 to 8 months. Okay, that is when another things yang you kena another thing yang you kena observe selalu bila nak kena tukar tali is that bila tali tu macam when you the tali is kind of like macam broken. Okay, dia macam it's not quite gliding smoothly. Okay, when you play you tak glide smoothly and tali tu dah nampak rusty, then it's another sign that you need to change right away. Okay, there's a lot of strings out there. Okay, as you progress, of course, definitely you akan nak experience with a different kind of brands and also materials of the strings. So there's a lot out there yang you boleh experience. For me, I'm sorry. Okay, for me myself, okay, kalau untuk electric violin, I'm just going to use just one, which is Helicore. For the time being, I kind of like Helicore, so I'm going to stick with Helicore. Tapi kalau classical violin, okay, kalau classical violin, this is what I've been practicing and what I'm applying to my classical violin. I use three types of strings. Okay, first untuk tali macam tali G, I'm going to use Evapirazzi, tapi yang green, the traditional one. And for D and A, I'm going to use still Evapirazzi, but gold version. And then for tali E, I'm going to use Obbligato. The reason why I use that is because Obbligato, dia punya tali E, it's kind of high and also warm at the same time. So I kind of like dia punya touch and also dia punya tension for the E strings. Okay, and for tali D and A, I still like Evapirazzi Gold, tapi it's very expensive. One set is almost 400 over. Okay, and for the combination of that classical violin string, I'm gonna have to spend about 1,000, because dekat Malaysia ni you have to buy one set instead of the loose. Jadi for classical punya tali, yeah, that's kind of expensive. Okay, but again, this is my observation and also my experience in using that kind of strings. So kalau untuk adik-adik kat luar sana, it's enough. You can use Alice juga. Kalau let's say kata you baru start belajar, okay, you are good to go to use Alice. Alice ni brand daripada China, and before this they produce strings under the brand of Skylark. tapi I think dia dah tukar to Alice, brand Alice. So Alice is good for you to use untuk kelas ke, untuk practice. And then later on, kalau you rasa macam nak go up sikit, you can try Tonica, which is Piras 2. Okay, back to this bridge Akila. Hari ni I'm going to show to you guys how I'm going to change the strings. Okay, selalunya kalau full string, kalau string tu still ada lagi, I'm not going to take off all the strings sebab nanti the bridge dia tak ada support, so that is we avoid that. Okay, jadi kali ni because tali D and tali A dah snap, so I'm going to replace D and A dulu. Okay, and then after that I'm going to show to you guys a few tips that what I'm doing to make sure tali tu macam dia punya time life is kinda lama. Okay, boleh guna lama. Okay, tahan sikit lah macam tu. Okay, okay, I think the lighting is going to change every now and then. Okay, so usually kalau kata string tu full, I'm going to tanggalkan satu-satu before I continue to ganti the rest of the string. But in this case, like I said, I'm going to start with tali D and also tali A, and then after that I will be doing G and E. Okay, one thing that you need to have for me, what I'm going to have before I change my violin strings is that I'm going to need a pencil and also tweezer. Okay, this tweezer nanti I'm going to show you what are the needs of it. Okay, now, so before I start, as you can see, dia dah ada garis. Okay, dia dah ada garis dah. I'm not sure how you guys can. I hope that you can see there. Dia dah ada garis, dia dah ada orang cakap the alley there. Okay, as you can see that dia dah ada the alley. So I'm going to use this pencil, this carbon, and I'm going to just that more now. So this is going to extend the life long time. So you just do that. Oh, and another thing that I don't have is that the pack wax. Pack wax tu yang dekat sini. That bila tanggal ni, you just pack wax here. So that is, it's sometimes it's ketat and then see. So pack wax ni lambat sangat because I just started to order and I need to wait. Okay. So for both strings G and also D, it's counterclockwise. Okay. Bila you nak twist is counterclockwise. Okay, for tali E and A is clockwise. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, mana pula lah dia punya kamera. Okay, there's ada lubang kat situ kan. I'm going to show quite close up to you guys macam mana nak change. Okay, I'm going to start with tali D tadi sebab before D mark dekat tali D. The marking is to make sure that I can have a nice and it's extend the punya lifetime of the strings. These tips was shared to me by my late teacher, Sir Alfred Wong. Okay, so this is the D strings. Okay, D. Also, kalau dalam solfege, they call it the re strings. So, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So, D comes on the re. Okay, now. I forgot to put that. Never mind. Okay. Okay, now, there's one thing that is kind of interesting for me to share with my fellow friends, students, and also musicians. Every time kita change strings, jangan buang strings yang still elok. Keep it so that maybe you can donate it ataupun share with friends yang tak yang susah nak beli strings. Okay, okay, so it's pretty much the same. You're using a yellow color, so I'm going to change this one first. Okay, Now, this is something yang Endang nak show, tapi I try to show it as close as possible. Okay, as close as possible on how you can change this. Now, you can see, okay, nanti akan ada lubang dekat situ. I'm going to share with you guys much more clearer, so you can see how. Okay, so dekat situ tadi, there's a lubang kat situ. Okay, the lubang there. Pretty sure you can see there. Okay, I'm going to put it there first. Okay, now. Okay. See, okay, I'm going to let it about a centimeter, macam tu, 1 centimeter out, and then, okay, now, so I'm going to turn, okay, turn satu kali, okay, it's kind of difficult. Now, when I turn satu kali ni, alamak, terlebih lah pula, okay, sekejap, when I turn sekali ni, now, as you can see, I will use the tweezer. Okay, this tweezer. I will pull this. Okay, pull this, and I'm going to pull there. Okay, and then I'm going to lay it there so that it will, for me, it will like macam lock. I'm going to pull this a little bit. For me, it will lock the string. I'm sorry, this is kind of difficult. Let me just do it first, okay? So there, and then I'm going to overlay it so it kind of there, it kind of lock the string daripada dia pergi ke mana-mana. Okay, daripada dia pergi ke mana-mana lah. Okay, tak nak bagi dia gerak ke mana-mana. Okay, there, and then after that I'm going to bring it close to here. Okay, close it. Sekejap lagi I'm going to share kind of close up, okay, so that you guys know how. And then I'm going to pusingkan dekat hujung tu and rapatkan dia so that it become a little bit nice. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure it's tightened up a little bit. Close, 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 close. And then baru masukkan dekat dia punya loop end. Okay, now I'm going to show nicely lah how you can see it. Okay, so that it is nice and settled dekat the ni, dekat the that stuff, but it's still just going to show you guys how it's supposed to. For this kind of method, actually, this one was also being taught by my late teacher. Ada setengah place called it as an X method, where they overlay the strings so that dia macam apa tu, lock the strings so that the strings macam tak ke mana-mana. Okay. Macam tu lah, dia tak ke mana-mana and stuff like that. So okay, this dekat certain place maybe it calls differently. For me it works because dia akan extend the strings punya duration, and also it's kind of neat. Okay, neat juga lah for the strings, neat. it's kind of neat there. Just tap out. Then there, as you can see, that is for the D strings. I'm going to do that first. Masa the first turn tu dah loopkan dia, so that it actually sebenarnya just tak nak bagi the strings tu ke mana-mana je, okay? I hope that you guys dapat sikit lah, just a little bit of close up. So I'm going to tune a little bit. Okay, so it's almost. Okay, so after the ganti semua tadi tu, I'm going to like practice for about roughly 2 days before I start to do recording again. Just so that this is something that I'm going to do. Macam just nak get used to the new strings, and then yeah, that is how I change the whole strings. Okay, Endang, I've been meaning to show you how I'm going to use the tweezer so that I can actually layer. Okay, layer the output there yang dekat the first 1 cm tu, I'm going to layer and exit, because I just want to make sure that dia tak dia pergi ke mana-mana the string. So my meaning is that I hope that you guys get to see it. Okay, I hope that you guys get to see it. But anyhow, however ways pun you are going to change your strings, make sure that kalau you tak berapa berani, adik-adik tak berani ke, just minta tolong dekat adult for them to help you, ataupun you can still wait if you know any musician yang actually they musician ataupun kawan-kawan yang main music yang tahu, yang boleh bantu. So I know that during this lockdown it's quite pretty difficult for you guys untuk cari cara nak change string. So insyaAllah I will be coming back with a new cover version, since dah dapat tadi dah ganti tali baru, and I'm just going to practice for another 2 days, and then after that I will start to do violin cover version back again. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope that this is such a helpful punya video. A part of that, you guys boleh juga macam utarakan soalan ke whatever question that you wanted to ask to me, regardless about violin. I try to help, okay, yang mana boleh lah. And about the strings, insyaAllah I will do more videos on the string selection for the violin, what kind of violin and what kind of strings yang suitable based on my experience. Okay, for now, hari ni untuk video kali ni, I just show to you guys macam mana I change my bridge Akila. Okay, so there, it's nice now. I can see that. Okay, I can see that. Oh, I cannot wait for me to practice. Okay, so I'm going to end the video here. Whatever question, inquiries, you boleh email. I'm going to give the link down here, and I also am going to put down the link for the strings, where you can buy it, what kind of strings yang you boleh try for this bridge Akila. Selain daripada this brand Helicore that I'm trying, I'm so sorry with the cars. Selain daripada Helicore yang you guys boleh try for your electric violin, there's a few other strings brand, as long as it's steel. Okay, steel is a perfect strings punya material for you to go with your electric violin. Okay, next video, inshallah, not the next one, inshallah in the future I'm going to upload a video on string selection, and also how to change strings on your classical violin So for today, I hope that you guys enjoy and get something from this video. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and turn the notification button on, and then keep on watching for my future contents. Okay, and then lastly, remember, whatever strings yang leftover strings, contoh kalau still elok lagi, simpan for future usage. Kalau misalnya emergency ke, you still don't have a replacement, you can use it while practicing, and then maybe you can donate it to your students ke, to your friends yang need strings, because strings is quite expensive. So save whatever leftover strings that you have, keep it well inside your case, and then just continue enjoying your music and keep practicing. Bye.